Good morning, everyone. Welcome to PSE Credit Union's 63rd annual meeting. My name is Darlene DeMarco, and I am the chair of the board. On behalf of the credit union and the board, I want to thank you all for attending today and taking time out of your day to learn about your credit union and to take an interest in it. The staff, the management, and this board diligently work throughout the year to set goals and policies to enhance the services to you and your benefit while maintaining a sound financial institution. So with further ado, I'd like to introduce the board that's working for you. To my immediate right is Robert Vassell, Vice Chair. Dr. Karen Newman, Director. David Tates, Director. Steve Cosmos, Director. And Dale McMahon, who is unable to attend today. To my immediate left is President CEO Joseph Anderson, Robert Moulton, Secretary, Ken Netzel, Treasurer, and Stephen Nowlin, Director. The next order of business, I will need a motion from the floor to accept the minutes of our March 10th, 2018 meeting. Your name, please. Thank you. And a second. May I have a second? Roy, thank you. All in favor? I'm sorry. The minutes will stand as read. Now I'd like to introduce Ken Netzel with the Treasurer's Report.
Good morning. We have had quite a successful year. Our net income increased from $287,237 in 2017 to $961,145 in 2018, almost $1 million in 2018. Return on assets climbed from 0.22% in 2017 to 0.72% in 2018. The net worth ratio increased from 8.01% in 2017 to 8.60% in 2018. Loans grew by 21.02% to $84.7 million. Our lending department also disbursed $15.4 million in home equity loans and lines of credit. Net charge-offs were 0.35% in 2018, a decline from 0.44% in 2017. And by the way, that's good for the decline. Deposits grew 2.44% to $122.3 million. I would like to introduce Joe Anderson with the President's Report.
Thanks, Ken. All right, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with everyone at our 63rd annual meeting. I would like to begin by introducing my leadership team. Deanne Sandley is my executive assistant and HR manager. Peggy Cook is vice president of finance. David Leuenberger is vice president of operations. Cheryl Schill is vice president of lending. And Tabitha Bazinski is vice president of marketing and member relations. Sabrina DiGiovanni is our manager of member services here at the main branch. Dan Summers is the manager of the Strongsville branch. Sherry Smith is the manager of our Medina branch, and Francine Simon is the training and compliance manager. I have to say, honestly, I could not have a more dedicated and talented group of leaders. As Ken said, we had a great year in 2018. At PSE Credit Union, we exist to make a difference in the lives of our member owners. Our goal is to build relationships, to earn your trust, and to be the advisor you turn to for advice and solutions with your best interests at heart. Here is a look back at some of our 2018 highlights. During 2018, we helped members by lending $40.7 million in new loans. That's a lot of new loans, Cheryl. And I want to thank our membership for choosing us for their borrowing needs. Our home equity campaign generated $15.4 million in new loans. We also automated our lending process by implementing electronic document signing, which enables us to send loan paperwork to your office, home desktop, or tablet to be signed and sent back to us remotely. Everything that we're trying to do with our process revolves around ease of execution for you, the member. We also enhanced our certificate of deposits. We added a 4- and a 5-year term. But most importantly, we raised the rates on certificates. Very competitive. In November, we introduced a money market account with extremely competitive rates. We continue to promote the shared branching program, which gives our members access to their credit union accounts at over 5,000 other credit unions nationwide. Social responsibility continues to be a commitment to PSE, exhibited by both new and longstanding partnerships with local and national charities throughout the communities we serve. In support of our youngest members, we continue to focus on our children's events at fundraisers such as our Kids Carnival to benefit the Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospitals. Most recently in December, we collected $7,500 to donate to the Rainbow Radiothon. Additionally, we held the Community Shred-It Day to promote awareness and encourage our members to take important steps in protecting their personal information. Lastly, in November, we honored our veterans with a special month-long celebration, giving them a loan discount. How we will support our members and community in 2019. Here's a brief look ahead. On February 1st, we kicked off our home equity promotion. Home equity loans still remain one of the cheapest way to borrow money for home improvements, bill consolidation, or financing your child's education. You may have noticed, for the folks that are in the room, we also just completed our first floor renovation downstairs. To make it more convenient for our Medina members, we will construct a drive-through at our Medina branch. This should be completed by the end of this month. We will continue our fundraising efforts to support Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital as our main social cause. By helping children and their families in our communities, we are providing a better tomorrow for future generations. Safeguarding personal information will remain a priority. We will continue to look for new ways to protect our members' personal information. Finally, I'd like to finish up by thanking our staff, our volunteer board of directors, and our supervisory committee. These three groups live our core value of people helping people. And finally, thank you to our more than 18,000 members for your support and loyalty. Each day you help your credit union grow and become stronger. We promise to continue to enhance the value of your membership for years to come. Again, thank you for choosing to be a member of PSE Credit Union. Now I'd like to turn it over to Tabitha Baczynski for the membership survey.
Okay. Good morning. I'd like to start out by saying thank you to all the members who responded to our online member satisfaction survey last July. We sent out an email blast to 11,083 members asking for feedback, and we had 1,467 members respond. This was a 13% response rate versus a 10% response rate the previous year. You provided us with a tremendous amount of information. We appreciate the time you took to provide us with your responses because it helps us find better ways to serve you. From your feedback, we were able to make some instant improvements, such as new and improved CD rates and tiers. We now offer the 4 and 5 year tiers, and we've increased our certificate rates. We introduced our money market accounts with very competitive rates. And last but not least, we're enhancing our online banking features and mobile app. One comment that was repeated over and over again is how friendly and professional our staff is when they deal with members during transactions. And this comment was not only reflected in our members' service section in the survey, but it was also reflected in the Net Promoter Score as well. Net Promoter Score, or NPS, is a loyalty metric used to measure a member's willingness to recommend the credit union to their family, their friends, their colleagues. And there are benchmarks in the financial services industry, and scores can range from negative 100 to positive 100. Just to give you an idea of how we scored, I can tell you that banks average a score of a 35 NPS. Credit unions on a national average score about a 61.33 NPS. And our very own PSE credit union scored a 67 Net Promoter Score. We were up 1 point from last year. And this is very exciting because we've moved the needle in the right direction by continuing to provide excellent member service. The PSE team is very proud of our results, and we will continue to make doing business with us frictionless. We will be conducting another member satisfaction survey in July, since we're always looking for ways that we can improve. So please feel free to let us know how we're doing by sending in any comments, suggestions, or questions that you may have so that we can make our service better. We love hearing from our members. Last but not least, I'd like to invite you to the grand unveiling of the main office in Parma on Friday, April 5th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please join us to celebrate our new look, and you will be entered to win a $50 Visa gift card. Members who stop into the main office on April 5th will be entered into the drawing, and you need not be present to win. We will draw the winner on Facebook Live at 5 p.m., so be sure to log on. Now I'd like to turn it over to Cheryl Schill for our Management Loan Committee report.
Good morning. I was always told to lead with the positive, and in 2018, lending had so many positives, it's hard to know where to begin. And I think you've already heard this morning, but I'm going to repeat it again. We did 1,782 new loans last year for $40.7 million. Out of 35 credit unions in the state of Ohio, PSE finished first for loan growth at 21.02%. Our home equity campaign helped 277 members for a total of $15.4 million. We added a permanent credit card offer for all new cardholders of 4.99% for the first 6 months. And if you choose our Classic Visa card, you'll also receive 5,000 rewards points. Our 3.99% balance transfer promo for new and existing cardholders generated 154 transfers for $430,000, saving our members thousands of dollars over other high-interest credit cards. We implemented IMM e-sign for loan document signing, enabling us to send your paperwork to your office, home desktop, tablet, or cell phone to be signed and sent back remotely. PSE's future is bright, and we will continue to work hard to earn your business, your trust, and your loyalty. And now I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Newman for the Audit Committee report. Thank you.
Good morning. Before I begin the Audit Committee's report, I'd like to announce the loss of a longtime Audit Committee member. Marty Vagey was a member of the Audit Committee for 45 years. She was a staunch advocate of the PSE credit union and the credit union movement. Marty loved her family, her friends, mentored many students through her teaching career, and she supported a large number of local causes through her volunteer work, sharing both her time and her talents. Marty, we miss your positive outlook on life and the undivided attention you gave each person you spoke with. And I don't believe I'm saying this, but we miss your long, corny jokes, painstakingly told in great detail. Thank you for all you shared with us. And we just learned that Carl Anderson, who was a PSE Credit Union board member for 34 years, passed away last Sunday. He too was a strong advocate of the credit union movement and supported his credit union with his volunteer work until his retirement from the board in 2012. Carl was a longtime teacher, a loving family man, and a loyal friend to all who knew him. He enjoyed sports and incorporated his involvement in sports throughout his entire life through playing, coaching, working at the Jake, or armchair quarterbacking why the Browns just weren't quite where we wanted them. It wasn't too many years ago Carl was honored for playing on the 1959 Bowling Green championship team. He sported his ring proudly. Also, we can say we knew an NFL football player, as Carl was drafted by the Detroit Lions before he began his teaching career. Although it is a cliche to say that we remember a person's smile, I cannot remember a time speaking with Carl face to face without seeing his beaming smile. His was a smile that lighted up his face and his whole being. Carl, we thank you for the time, the talents, and the friendship you shared with this board and this credit union. And now, the Audit Committee report. The Audit Committee certifies the financial statement fairly represents the financial position of the credit union and the results of its operation in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles. The committee retains GBQ Partners, LLC, to perform an annual audit of PSE Credit Union's books and records. I'd now like to turn it over to our chairperson, Darlene DeMarco.
Thank you, Karen. Is there any unfinished business that needs to be brought up? Seeing none, we will go on to new business with the declaration of dividends by Mr. Moulton.
Good morning. The declaration of dividends, savings and checking accounts are declared quarterly and paid quarterly. Christmas Club accounts are declared at the October board meeting and paid annually on November 1st. For specific rates, they are posted on the credit union website. And now Dr. Newman will report the election results.
Since the available positions on the board of directors were uncontested, balloting was not necessary for this year. Elected to serve 3-year terms are incumbents David Tates, Robert Vassell, and Dale McMahon. I would now like to introduce our vice chairperson, Robert Vassell, for the director's report.
Good morning. It's my privilege to give you the report from the board. As you review the 2018 PSE annual report, you will see a year of prosperity with historic earnings, tremendous loan growth at 21%, and total assets of $135 million. As a board member since 1980, when PSE had assets of $8 million, I can assure you 2018 results didn't happen by accident. After a national search, we hired our new CEO, Joe Anderson. As a result, new energy has emerged within management, the board, and our tremendously dedicated staff. This past year of 2018 was just the beginning of reaffirming our mission of people helping people. Therefore, I'd like to ask all of you, our members, to tell your friends, your neighbors, and relatives about PSE's member value proposition as we keep the energy moving through 2019. Our goal is to be priced in the top 25% of our competition for low loan rates and the top 25% of our competition for high deposit rates. Historically, PSE has provided superior member service and is committed to members improving their financial well-being. So, Please give us a try, as we are people helping people. Continue the energy for 2019. Thank you, and it's back to Darlene. And when she gets to the podium, I would like to I gotta talk here. I would like to present her with a Visa gift card for all the hard work she did in 2018. It was a busy year. Thank you, Darlene.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and these are the best gifts. Okay, I want to thank you again, and we hope you enjoyed learning about your credit union and all our good news. And as Mr. Vasso stated, we would like you to be our voice and tell your family and friends about this. Okay, now I need a motion from the floor for adjournment. Name, please. Okay, thank you. Second? Roy? Thank you. Meeting adjourned.